Hello, good evening, and welcome to Journal with Me. I'm going to wait a few moments to get started to see if we have any live participants tonight or community members, I should say. I will say that my name is Kathy Hampton, and I am the founder of Wellside Retreats. And Wellside Retreats is a transformational destination retreat and life coaching service. I I help Black women move away from what no longer serves them and um, assist them in moving forward to a place that is that will serve them well, really. And the tools that I use are the retreats themselves, getting away to a destination. And the practice of journaling is also a tool that is used. And so, Journal with Me is a virtual community of journalers. And I'd like to invite you, if this is the first time that you've seen me, to please do me a favor. In fact, if you like the subject or topic of women's wellness, a holistic wellness of body, mind, and spirit, then do me a favor, like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell on YouTube. This streaming is part of YouTube, my YouTube channel, which is basically called Kathy Hampton, or Kathy Hampton underscore well and aware. But you can find it on YouTube by typing in the search bar Kathy Hampton, as well as on Facebook, my Facebook page. So I see that there are about 4 people who are looking in. And if you're not too shy, just say, "Hey, Kathy," in the comments. And I'm glad that you will be part of our live streaming. And we actually have discussions with an engagement with people who are on YouTube and make comments, and we pull each other into the conversation. So do me a favor, if this is new to you and you just so happen to like it, just click on the thumbs up button. I appreciate your support. And oh, we have glass half full. Finally, you made it. So glad you came. So glad you came. Thank you. Happy Sunday to you, Sarah. Good to see you. And hey, C Temp, missed you. How are you? Good to see you again. Good to see you. Yeah, so we're gonna get started shortly, but I had to do the introduction. And again, if this is something new to you and you haven't, seen my channel, there I facilitate retreats, and the next retreat that will happen will be held in San Miguel de Allende, Mexico, and that will be held August 13th through the 20th. And if you're interested, you can go to my website to find out more information on the retreat page. And I will pull up my website and put it on the screen so that you know where to go. And it's wellsideretreats.care. Care. There is a wellsideretreats.com, which is actually my blog that I started back. I started it back in a while ago. There are 2 iterations of that, and it's just blog posts on that particular website, wellsideretreats.com. And yeah, and then I changed it into a more, I don't know, um, another iteration that is actually very useful. for the business of Wellsite Retreats. So, if you're interested in the retreat, please go to that website and check it out. If you have any questions, you can also there's information to contact me if you're interested in retreating in San Miguel de Allende. There are two spaces available at this moment. So we're going to get started. I'm going to tell you what we do here. We start off with basically checking in with ourselves, seeing how we're doing. What's your mood today? It's been a while since I've been here on a Sunday evening, but a lot has happened today. It's not like we have just woken up, but maybe we have. If you're in the nap ministry, you may have just woken up, awakened. Um, but we've had a full day. So how are you feeling right now? What are your emotions right now? I'll tell you that I am very peaceful and mellow and calm. I'm in good spirits right now. Another terminology we use, or another way we measure our mood, is to ask you to take your weather report, or what is your weather like today? Are you sunny and breezy and happy? Are you feeling foggy? A little tired, unable to see or think clearly? Um, is it windy in your world? Is it some turbulence? Are you angry? Is there an earthquake? Are you just shaken by something? Um, Tune into your emotions throughout the day, not just in the morning when we meet. In the morning, we wake up and I ask people to take their temperature, or to check in with themselves. So do that. Let's do that first. Check in with yourself. Um, then another thing. Oh, okay. Sarah says the storm is passing over. Oh, yeah. All right. The storm. You're feeling stormy? There was a storm here. Um, let's say heavy rain here if you're talking literally about storm. But if you're feeling stormy inside, um, there's a silver lining after a storm, or a rainbow, even perhaps. I hope that is the case. But whatever you are feeling, you feel. Take your time with that as well. So, what we do here is we write in a book or a piece of paper. I've got my avocado composition book. I moved from grapefruit to avocado. I just officially moved to a new journal today. And there are no rules. There are no fast and hard rules other than to being open to yourself, because in journaling we have to get close and personal with ourselves. or and that could be writing about just about anything that you so choose. I normally don't have prompts, and tonight I'm not going to have a prompt. We write in free flow mode, meaning you write what is on your mind, what is coming from your heart, and we do that with this type of stream of consciousness, meaning what is at the tip of our minds, what can easily be put down, or you can take your time and think about things, and be still enough that you're kind of digging underneath that consciousness to the subconscious, which is sometimes hidden and is deep down under inside. It's up to you when you're writing in free flow. And you, once again, we take a pen, paper, pencil, um, paintbrush, paint. If you have a canvas, feel free to paint. You can doodle. Journaling is a download. It's really to become very much aware of of yourself. And people have journaled, or kept diaries for years and years and years. And if you are open to being still for a moment, meaning um, sitting comfortably, it's best to be comfortable. Sitting comfortably in a chair, or if you're on a sofa, wherever you feel comfortable, with maybe something to drink, water, or whatever. Take your time, and we spend 20 minutes on this first session. Then we come back with a discussion. And tonight I'm going to be reading from um, a couple books of poetry, and discussing some things that have come up in my earlier writing today when I was journaling this morning. So, yes. Yeah, so we're gonna get started soon. And my friend Sarah, my sister Sarah, says she was talking figuratively about storms, because storms are good because they bring cleansings. Yes, indeed. Awesome. Yeah, yeah. If things are stormy, yeah, I appreciate you as always for bringing some light to the situation and clarifying for me. I love that. Yes, storms do bring a clearing. In fact, it's been cloudy all day with rain. Storms are raining heavily, and now the sun, the clouds are parting here, and sun is coming out at 7:11 right now. Yeah, yeah. So that's really great, a great call. So we're going to start with 20 minutes. Get yourself comfortable. You might want to take 3 cleansing breaths, and those cleansing breaths act to calm you, calm me, and I can do this with you. Breathing through the nose, inhaling, and exhaling through the mouth. 2 more rounds, breathing through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. One more time, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And I know that has calmed me down even more. So we're going to start with the 20 minutes on the clock. And we're going to start. Okay, very good, very good. So we've come to the end of the 20-minute session. If you are still writing, please feel free to continue. You can just put me in the background or put me on mute or what, whatever. But um, I did I did want to, if you anyone is watching this on replay in the future, I do want to kind of go over um, kind of some basics about journaling because people who normally are here, our community, are regular journalers, um, may know and may not know that basically journaling is for everyone. I'm sure they do know that, but there are some things that if you are starting this practice, you may consider um, thinking about if you want to have a prolonged practice of journaling. And first of all, realize that there are no really hard set rules about what you write. As I said, we wrote, we didn't use a prompt today. Sometimes we do, but we wrote from our stream of consciousness or free flow, what may have been on our minds, what's in our hearts. Maybe we've written a to-do list. Maybe we are kind of recapturing something that happened to us um, today, yesterday. Um, we're writing down our dreams, sometimes recapturing dreams that we've had while we were resting, or we are truly daydreaming in our journal, in our writing, or we are painting our journal in our journal, and we are painting what our dreams have been or we want. So, first of all, there's that. That's the basics. And if you are writing and you know, um, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can cross things out and start again. You don't, this is not something that is graded. This is your personal, um, your journey, your information. It is yours. People sometimes tell me, "Oh, I never kept a journal because I was afraid somebody might, look at what I wrote." And it is personal. Um, so I say that my answer to that is, well, put it in a place where only you know where it is, or keep it on you. Or some people write and then tear things out of pages and throw them away just so that they have done the exercise and it's complete, and then they discard it so that no one else sees it. I It is a personal preference. I personally, um, I think I want somebody to read my journal. I want them to know what I'm thinking if I'm not saying it. Um, so that's just me. um, and you can begin with, we did do 20 minutes here, um, be because that's a good time to write. Um, I could write actually in the morning. This morning I wrote for about an hour, and and there were a mixture of things that I wrote that took up an hour. But also, you could write a few sentences, or one affirmation. You could also uh, write for 5 minutes to 10 minutes or 2 minutes. There are books and journals with certain prompts in them that provide guidance on a daily basis. There's a book of morning pages, is what they call it, and they're prompts and there are things that you write in there, and or there's Spark, what they call Spark journals that give you ideas to write and to consider and to reflect on, and that's what we do later on, usually in this second part of the session. So just know that there are no hard and fast rules. And in fact, the practice of journaling is something that therapists uh, advise their clients to do. Um, it's something uh, that many practitioners in wellness who do yoga or all types of um, uh, thought leaders recommend journaling, and it's anecdotal information that comes out about the success of one who journals. I believe in it because it has helped me throughout the years. So um, that is what I wanted to say to anyone new who hasn't seen this journal with me session before, or someone who's just joining us new and may not have seen a replay. It's always good to introduce something again, kind of at the beginning of of uh, of journaling of this practice. So with that being said, I want to move on to um, something that I really like that I that I suggested for the Wellside Retreats Book Club um, for the month of June and July. We're coming to the end of July, believe it or not, soon, and the book club discussion is held on Saturday, the last Saturday of certain months. It will be July, the 29th. Is when we will be discussing a book of poetry, and that book of poetry is called, let's see if you can see that, No Sweet Without Brine Poems. And these are written by Cynthia Manick. And the at the top, the reviewer says, these poems are essential as Jet magazine on a plastic covered sofa and every daydreaming Black girl's wishes. Yana Harvey wrote that about the, these. And this was actually um, picked up by, uh, who was it? Gray. What's her name? Come on, Sarah, give me her name. I'm terrible with names, which is not good. I think Lisa, is it Lisa Gray? Let's see. Yeah, I'll well, there's yeah, this is highly recommended, and we're going to be reading and discussing um, July 29th. Please, I'm fine. I'm just a little too relaxed, and we're going to be discussing this July 29th at the book club. You can register for the book club, so I know that you're coming. And on the website, once again, wellsideretreats.care, you can find Roxanne Gray. Yes, thank you, Sarah. Sarah, yeah, in fact, yeah, Roxanne Gray. I knew that. Who um, recommends this book? And Roxanne Gray is quite. She does a lot of things. She's a writer, but believe she's also a playwright as well as a poet. But I believe she also works. She's a screenwriter as well. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, plastic cover sofas. Yeah, took you back. I know she did. I know she did. I love that. I love that about her. Gay. Thank you, Roxanne Gay. Thank you, Sarah. I do know that person's name. It's Roxanne Gay who gave the plug for the poetry book. Thank you very much. So there's that book of poetry. So I call this the summer of poetry. Um, as I found this book at the airport, um, and I was trying to decide what should the book club read this summer. And poetry it's it's short, sweet. It can be, it could be long, but it's very thoughtful. Of course, makes you think also the way words are presented. And back in, I think it was late May or middle of May, I took a long walk on a Sunday. I think it was a Sunday. It was a Saturday or Sunday. And there was a neighborhood um, yard sale, a big yard sale that I ran into. And just so happened to run into a young lady who was selling her own little tiny books. Let me see that little tiny book. Well, these little tiny books are on Amazon. I did not think that they were, and I went and I met her, and she writes as a hobby. She self publishes. These are on Amazon, and her name is Kee Tobar, Tobar. And I asked her before picking up the books. I said, "Well, what do you write about? What do you?" She says, "Well." So she told me about herself, and she was from Arkansas, now living in Philadelphia. Just so happened to be a young attorney, um, and is doing some things that she practices law, but she loves to write, and so she wrote these books of poetry. There is another book on Amazon that I did not have, and she had about 4 or 5 books, and so she she let me purchase these two for $5. So you're not going to get that same deal on Amazon. And good for her, but she was nice enough, and so I've been going through these in between reading the other book, Cynthia Warnock's book, and I wanted to share this with you. This book is entitled Home Series: Chasing the Sun for Survival. Yeah, and I thought I like the title. So the Home Series, I believe she was saying that this is a book about growing up in Arkansas, really, when, and her family life living in Arkansas. And the introduction is what I really liked. And I'll read that to you, and you can reflect on it or take it in mind, keep it in mind. So the introduction is: home is as much a spiritual place as it is a physical place. These poems reveal me integrating my connection to home, the home of self, the church as home, my connection to the physical land and people of my upbringing. Do we ever find our way home? Or do we simply discover our truths and make a home of ourselves? I am home. You are home. I love that. Yeah. And I think this resonated to me because, largely the community, the journaling community, our sister journalers here are moving, and our homes are either literally either left, or we are packing them in boxes and moving them around, or we are home within ourselves, really, and we make it our home wherever we go. And that, so that's my take on that. But I thought I really liked the introduction to the book since it's called the Home Series. And the other poem is just very simple, entitled On Growth. On Growth. We grow in ways unimaginable, ever returning to the truth of ourselves. Okay, that's it. On growth, her point of view or her perspective. We grow in ways unimaginable, ever returning to the truth of ourselves. Yes. Okay, I will. All right. So, Dee wants me to put the author info in the description. I sure will. I sure will. Um, in fact, I'll even do better and I'll create a banner so you can see it nice and clear. Her name is Key Tovar. And yeah, how does that sit with you? That is the name of the author. And her this book, and I'll do better. Home series, Chasing the Sun for Survival. Little tiny book. Okay. Then the next book, which is, sometimes you can't make things, you don't make things up. You just kind of flabbergasted. And this community knows that sometimes we have these great vibrations with one another when we are pulling cards or affirmation cards. And, three cards will be pulled and we would have discussed something and everyone is connected by just the reading of the card or what the content or the sentiments are. Um, so when I saw this particular book, and I'll read the title to you, The Hope of Mothers and Healing of Daughters by Key Tobar. Okay, this is the name of this book. And this one actually, when I read it, it struck a nerve with me because I had actually, um, uh, I'm writing and I'm writing about um, my mother in particular, but also my two grandmothers. And I, saw this and I was like, wow. you know and I think that a lot of us we have great relationships with our mothers, but the mother-daughter relationship is so special. Not to say that sons and mothers don't have a special relationship, but it can be a little pivotal. Sometimes it can be troubling, or it's yeah, so this stuck out with me. And yeah, she and I shared sentiments about mothers and daughters, because first I was a daughter, but now I'm a mother, and of a daughter, and all of that just like really floored me when I met her, because I had just was writing about this and also reading about the relationships mother and daughters have. So I'll read this to you. And, I find it, I hope it's not something that's troubling to you all, but I found great joy in finding that she was writing about mothers and being able to kind of reflect and talk about, her relationship with her mother. The hope of mothers and the healing of daughters are inextricably linked, unintentionally or not, as mothers hope they assume. Assumptions can reject the reality of what is in replacement of what was hoped for. To heal, Daughters must confront these assumptions and reimagine themselves in their own image and hopes. This reimagination must encompass a clear view of each subject's circumstances, fears, dreams, and faith, because one cannot deconstruct what one does not notice or understand. This collection of poems attempts to traverse the interior relationships amongst and between mothers, daughters, sisters, and aunts. It confronts the crucial question of what role empathy, frustration, hope, and clarity play in hope's function and the capacity of healing. Heal the daughter, heal the clan. Wow. So, although this is not going to be discussed, I will place these books on the reading list on wellsideretreats.care in the book club section. You will find both of these books. And if you go to Amazon, you'll see just by placing her name in the search bar, keto bar, these will come up. Yeah, these will come up. So, yes, let's see, what do we have here? Chasing the sun for survival. Yes, I feel this in the literal sense. Don't you? Yes. Chasing the sun for survival. I see the sun as being so, it is the symbol of hope. It is hopeful. You know, we know, we believe, if you truly believe that the sun rises every day, then there's hope, but you're chasing that sun. You want to see that sun, yeah, in the morning. You want to see it and chase it. Absolutely, absolutely, yeah, yeah. So we are. Okay, let's see, Pam. I was struck by the line you just read. Ever returning to the truth of ourselves. Yes, ever returning to the truth of ourselves. We do. And that was on growth. Yeah. Yeah. And you know, it's beautiful because we, as soon as we grow, we think of places that, um, in ways that we have grown. We then sit back and say, wow, that was me. I remember back when, or, and wow, I did that, returning to ourselves, no matter what, how much we've grown. Yeah, that's my take, my perspective, POV, as they now say on Instagram, point of view. Yeah, um, so I really wanted to celebrate this young woman, her work, her hobby, as she called it. She said, it's her hobby. Um, yeah. Ye- well, I'm glad. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad they're speaking to you. And, you know, that's what I love about poetry. And I I love that in this community, we have our sister Sarah, who has a beautiful way of placing words. I don't know, Sister Sarah, if you would, you know, I don't want to put you on the spot, but you have a way um, of writing things that you share with us beautifully. And I think we all have that capability, and writing and journaling actually helps with that. You know, we may not think that we, are, authors or poets or whatever. But if you were to take a look at some things that you said in your journal, I will say this: we are all writers. I will say that, and that is the truth. We are all writers. So, yeah, um, I like that people consider um, their thoughts as being poetic at times, their songs, lyrics of their lives. Um, I really believe that that we have so much within us that you don't necessarily have to share that, but rereading your own work, yes, through your journals, is a reflection of you. It is who you are. Um, and I hope that you keep your journals and don't throw them away. um, but that's a lot of packing of a whole bunch of books. I know that for sure. I've had to actually go through some things that I kept, and I've thrown some things away or torn pages out and put them in a place with other stuff that I've kept. So yeah, I think that we are definitely all writers, but I believe that a lot of us are poets and authors. Um, yeah. So we're going to spend a few moments tonight. I'm going to pick one reminder card from our brother Hindsight. Yeah, Sir Hindsight, Mr. Hindsight. He said he doesn't do affirmations. His cards are called reminders. I think they're pretty cool. Um, and glass half full. Can you tell me what your favorite color is since you're new with us? Yeah, you can put that in the comments, and I will pull a card that is somewhat of that color. Different colors here. Let's see. Yeah. Well, she may have gone somewhere. C Temp, are you with us? Would you like to share your favorite color? So good to see you. Have you back with us. Right? Yeah. Share. I'm glad you're here. Oh, all right. All right, glass half full, black. And C Temp, you can put you chose green. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And I'll pick that black. Oh, yeah, we haven't had this card. So I'm going to read this one first. It takes sacrifice to have a deeper relationship with self. Huh. What's that all about? I'll read what it says on the back. At times, we may have to let go of people or habits that no longer serve us. This is not a loss, it's an opportunity. Take a seat and have an inner view with yourself today. A seat at the table with your soul. There is much more to you than you even know, but it takes sacrifice to have a deeper relationship with yourself. But I'm going to say, all right, Mr. Hindsight. I like that card because that is something that I highlight quite often. That sometimes we have to let go of what no longer serves us, right? You have to do the work though. You make sacrifices in doing that. Okay. And this card, the green card, that was on time. Oh, see, Tim said that one was on time. Yeah, I know. I do know. uh, all right. So the green card. Thank you, glass half full for picking that one. I don't think that one has ever been read. I don't believe it has. It may have. You guys tell me if it had. I don't believe so. So that was a good card. Okay, so it's this one has a green back, so I chose that. But it says, I am not lost. I'm exactly where I need to be. I love this one. This one is right on time for me. I am not lost. I am exactly where I need to be. At times, we may question, who am I? Where am I going? What is my purpose? Even in this feeling, you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Enjoy the journey. Discovery is a gift. Yeah, that's a good card. Thank you, C-Temp. Yeah. And this resonates with me. You know, I will say that I've been a little restless because I believe that I'm not supposed to be where I'm supposed to be, but that is not true. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to pack my bags and get out of Dodge. But no, you know what? I have unfinished business I have to take care of, and my time will come. And I am not in control. You know how you want to be in control of everything? Nah, didn't work like that. So this card actually, this is what I spent some time writing about this morning. So, you know, there's never a mistake. This is some good stuff that we had pulled today. Yeah, those are great cards. Yeah. Sarah says, returning to the truth of who I am means telling myself new, more loving stories about home, being mothered and mothering. Yes. Doesn't it? Isn't that something? Yes, Sarah. Yeah, you guys surprise Keto Bar and buy those books from her on Amazon. They are actually on Kindle also, I believe. So she did do them on Kindle, a Kindle version. So if you need a, yeah, yeah, returning to the truth of who me I mean telling myself new, more loving stories about home, being mothered and mothering. Yes. Yeah, I just really I really love her writing, and I love that the topics that she wrote about leaving that state of Arkansas with all your loved ones, your family, because she just she couldn't do it anymore. Doesn't mean she doesn't love everybody there, but so home is within her. Yeah, so that was really a great find for me that day that I instead of walking right, I walked left and went to a different direction and found this place. So if you ever, I've been doing a little walking lately. If you ever are out and about and you have a pattern of going the same direction, you know, going the same place if you're driving, taking the same streets. Try to change that up a little bit. And you might be surprised by something you might see. That's the newness, being open to newness. And I was open to a new way of walking and ran into this woman's book, So yeah, it was a great day and a great find. Yeah. Yes, Sarah. I'm tired. Yeah, give up the struggle. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Had a long conversation about that with a friend who follows politics, and I no longer do that anymore. I don't do that quite anymore. It's actually part of my job, but I can't do it, and so it was difficult conversation. I just listened, and uh, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Okay, see Tim, tell us more. Tell us more. What now? What now? You're bopping. I want to hear all about it. I'm bopping around in Colombia. All right. Oh, see, I wish I had known. Oh, wow. Earlier today, I considered home, returning to myself and sacrifice and being exactly where I need to be. We're all. Yeah. Okay. 100%. Okay. You considered home today, returning to myself and sacrifice and being exactly where I need to be. Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. Look at how look at how that shows up for us in this community. That's awesome. Well, enjoy, C Temp. I wish I had known. We like to send off each other off, and we are traveling with you, and you're in our thoughts, and we hold you up, sis, on your journey, in Colombia, and you're just your journey in general. All of us do that here. I'm very happy for you. You said your soul told you to stay in Bogota for another week. That's good. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm glad that you were following your soul. Absolutely. That's beautiful. Well, enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm happy that you are there. And yeah, well, I'm getting itchy. I'm ready to go too and follow my dreams. But it's coming. It's coming. I've got other things I've got to work on before I can get there. But it's coming. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that with us. Thanks for sharing. Looking forward to visiting Colombia. Yeah, everyone is talking about Colombia, and I want to know more and see more about it. Yeah, that's right, Dee. That's right, Dee. So, okay, Dee, your house sitting club. Yes, I saw. I've seen where you've been. I have a great friend who doesn't live too far from where you were at the park. What's it called? Garden of the Gods or the God? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah. It's beautiful there. Enjoy your house sit. Enjoy your house sit. So, of course, we're going to finish up with our rest deck, pulling a card from the NAP Ministry, the rest deck. Our girl, Miss Trisha Hersey. All right. Yeah. Okay, Pamela. Pamela, you enjoyed her house sitting video? I learned a lot. Good. Yes. House sitting is so cool. Did I miss the house sitting video? Can I see that on replay? D? Yeah. And Bogota is very healing. Okay. Well, that's up my alley. The vice president of Colombia just announced that Swahili will be offered in the school. Oh my goodness. Really? Oh, that is wonderful. Oh, that's really up your alley, Sarah. That's beautiful. Oh, where is this news? Where did that news come from, Sarah? Can you share? I'd love to read that article. I guess I can Google it. No problem. It's okay. Okay, I read that one already. I'm out of order. Okay, I've read a lot of these already. Okay, so here we are with Trisha Hersey. It's going to take us home, so to speak, before we leave here. This card is: my dreams are enough. My existence is enough. The back of the card reads: you are enough now. Everything you need to craft a rest practice is within you. You are not the problem. Capitalism and white supremacy are the problems. Your rest work is to liberate yourself from both ways of thinking and being. Resting in a capitalist system is an act of resistance. Every day you can create a moment of rest by daydreaming. Keep resting. Yes, keep daydreaming. Keep resting. Yes. All right. Yes. We have to start resting. We have to start playing. That's the next. I want to talk more about the play. I want to talk about the play, about us playing and the joy. I really want us playing. Everyone, you play C Temp, okay? You have fun out there in Bogota. All right. Let's see. Glass half full. It's coming for me too. I'm coming to terms with my travel plans looking different than I originally planned, but that's okay. Yeah, it's going to be all right. I know. In fact, yeah, we have to be in touch. Want to know your 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 plans. I'm so nosy. It was on a video on YouTube. I can send it to you. Okay, great. Play is not optional. That's right. Yeah, play is, we got to play. You know, a lot of us didn't get to play. We didn't play as young people. We grew up too quickly, you know, and didn't play enough. That's how I feel. I didn't dance enough. I didn't play enough, you know. And when I see children playing now, um, I laugh and I want to play too. So, and it's not too late to play, you know, really like have fun, like play, imagine, you know, play, do the thing. So I want to encourage you to play. I want you to to make your plans, dream, imagine, do all that good stuff that Trisha Hersey is putting in our spirit, and we are actually doing the work to do that. Yeah, and you can do all of this and create within your journal or your diary or your canvas. You can document all of this for your well-being, clarity, imagination. Yeah, I hope that you do. I really hope that you do. Play is not optional. That's right. I played all over Czech Republic. Oh, yeah. I please come to the book club, so we can get all the scoop. Because that's when we do it in the Zoom room. Yeah, so that's our place to laugh and enjoy, and we'll be talking about some good words in our book. I hope that you all can join us for the discussion. If you're not busy, I know it is still summer and people are out playing, but we're going to have a good time with discussion July 29th at 7 p.m. And that is a Saturday. So I wish you all well. I'll be back on Tuesday, and I'll be back on Thursday. Might have an appointment. I'll let you know. Tuesday, at least at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and be back again on next Sunday at 7 p.m. I will be here on next Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and 4 o'clock Pacific Time. That's where our friend Glass Half Full is on the West Coast. Anyone on the West Coast, let them know that they can participate too on on Sundays. It's not too early, but if they can't sleep, they can come on 4:30 on Tuesday and Thursday mornings. Thank you, Pamela Jones. Good to good to see you here. Yeah, yeah. We'll see you next week. And I appreciate you coming by. You all have a great night. I'm sending good, positive vibes to you. Lots of love to you. All right. Take care. Bye bye.